Welcome everybody to another video review. I am the Tech Gooch, and this one I'm going to do a review that's a long time coming because I bought it actually the day it was released. That is the Google Chromecast. It is a tremendously small smart TV HDMI dongle, and gives you access to smart content on your TV in a very, very tight, small package. Basically, it's a package that you won't ever actually see because it's hidden behind your TV, plugged into your HDMI port. It does need power, which you can power through your TV with the USB cord that's included, or with the included AC adapter as well, just AC to USB. The nice thing is that you get the dongle. You also get an HDMI extender. So if you happen to not be able to get, or you have maybe two HDMI ports that are right next to each other, and this plugged in will actually block your access to the second port, you can actually plug this little guy into its extender and now have a way of getting two HDMI plugged right next to each other without ruining or worrying about not being able to use both of them. The Chromecast is a very simplistic smart TV stick. However, its simplicity is the purpose that you're probably purchasing it. That, coupled with the very, very nice low cost. Retails at $35. You can typically find them on sale every so often. Yeah, I mean, I bought it the day it was released. Used it only a few times, to be honest, because its simplicity, its greatest strength is also its greatest weakness, in my opinion. And that basically it lies with the fact that it has to use a separate device to control it. There is no remote control. There is no universal way of just controlling it without getting out your smartphone, getting out a tablet, laptop, whichever. If you are sitting on the couch anyway with one, and obviously if your whole family members have a device, then obviously it's a real easy solution. It is nice and powerful. It is also open in terms of its SDK, so you can actually create apps for it now. And that's why we're seeing more and more things come out for it, and I'm sure in the future it's going to explode with more content available for it. However, with that said, it also lacks the fact that it requires a separate device, which is why it's not one of my top 3 choices in terms of your smart living room boxes. If you're looking for something, a very easy way for your family to access online content, this is probably my 4th choice, because it's still very nice and handy and small and compact and looks beautiful because you can't see it. However, it still requires a separate device, which is why that's the only reason I knock it down a few pegs, because of the fact you do have to use a separate device to control it. That said, you can mirror the main, why it says the Chromecast, and there's Chromecasting. There's casting from the Google Chrome internet browser you actually put on your smartphone, on your computer, on your laptop, whichever. You can actually mirror a tab, one of the browser tabs, onto the display. Best part about it is that that tab actually completely becomes a separate tab, and that if you were to go into a different tab on your laptop per se, it still maintains that one tab on the screen. So whatever's going on in that tab is separate, and I can show you that here shortly. But yeah, that's the little Google Chromecast. I'm going to actually get into showing you how it works on the TV real brief. I'm not going to get in too crazy to it, but yeah, it's a handy little guy. It's very inexpensive, which is why I think it's going to be in almost every home because of that. And it is useful. But don't go in thinking that, oh yeah, my 2-year-old's going to do just fine with this, 3-year-old, whichever. Obviously, if they had a smart device, it'd be one thing, but having their remote control with some of the other boxes is definitely a benefit. But that's what sets this apart from everything else, is the fact that it doesn't. So, yeah, let's go ahead and head over to the living room. So here we are, we're up and running, and this is just one of the many backgrounds that throws on here. Basically, I already have it set up, but I didn't really go over that too much with you as well. The setup procedure is very, very easy. You use your existing devices to set it up as well. So when you open up the box, actually after you take off the little sliding sleeve, and the box itself actually has the setup instructions. So it literally says plug it in, switch the input so you obviously have it showing up on your TV, and then go to google.com/Chromecast/setup to set it up. And it'll give you the instructions there. That's if you're going to do it from a computer. If you're doing it from like a mobile, like an Android or an iPhone or a mobile device, a tablet, if you go to your App Store, the Google Play Store, whichever one you use, and search Chromecast, there's going to be a Chromecast app in there that you can actually download. Then you switch to your Wi-Fi settings. At least on the iPhone, you connect to it directly in your Wi-Fi rather than connecting to your current Wi-Fi, so you're at least talking directly to the Chromecast stick. And then you run the actual app. It'll ask you to choose which Wi-Fi. Obviously, if there's only one Wi-Fi in your home or in your area, obviously you choose your Wi-Fi access point. You enter in your password. It saves out of there. It may do a few updates to get the software up to date, and then once it restarts, it's basically ready to roll. So everything's here is updated. Everything's running. Everything's ready to roll. To show you kind of what the Chromecast can do, one of the biggest things, in my opinion, what I actually was using it for was casting a browser. So this is my iMac, or my MacBook Air actually, and this is the Chrome browser. So I have the Chromecast websites brought up, and I kind of wanted to have it side by side so I can kind of show you. But once you go to the Chromecast site, you can actually download for Mac or for PC if you have a PC as well. Basically, it's in the Chrome browser. You add a extension that throws the casting button up there. So the top right hand corner now, I have a little casting logo, and so if I hover over that, and I apologize for the hard, maybe if it's hard to see, if you hover over that with your mouse or click it, cast this to, and I have my shoe cast, that's my cast. So if I click that, it'll now throw this content right up on the TV, wirelessly obviously through my network, and there, that's the actual website. Now obviously you're seeing no browser bar, no status bar or anything, you're just seeing the actual website itself on the TV. And as I scroll, it's not going to be perfectly in tune. There's a little bit of a lag, and that's actually where I found myself using AirPlay. Obviously I have a Mac and I have an Apple TV. I use AirPlay mirroring a lot more because AirPlay mirroring is actually faster, quicker, less lag in the display. Now, in reality, how much does that matter? Nothing. I mean, if you were playing games, it would be a huge deal. But playing videos, movies through a web browser, or just obviously browsing the web, it's not that big of a deal. It's a little bit of a letdown. I wish it was faster. But for the size and price of the stick, it's not that much to gripe about. I can show you up here what right now, if you actually go to the Chromecast, you can actually see supported apps. And this is where they've actually really done themselves really good. They've gotten quite a few apps that are available now. Obviously the big ones, Netflix and Hulu and YouTube. Those are the three main ones that most people are going to use anyway. But now you can obviously play Google movies and TV shows that you purchase through the Google Play Store. Same with music, audio, HBO Go, Crackle, Pandora. The big one here, though, in my opinion, is Plex. The Plex Media Server gives you access to tons of content that you would have on your computer or whichever. So then there's Red Bull TV, Vivo, lots of stuff, and of course there's more that is coming. But the big thing is that anything that you can do through your Chrome browser on your computer, you can put on the TV. It really doesn't matter where you're getting your material from, because it's going to display on your TV. And of course I could show you that, but copyright, blah blah, I don't want to infringe on that. So, but that's, obviously I'm showing you doing the Chrome browser. Same thing, if I click that button again, I can hit stop casting, and it'll stop casting, and it'll return my wonderful TV back to its standard, beautiful, picturesque backdrop. But that's the Chromecast. At least that's the browsing, or the tabbed mirroring part of it. So, like I said, there's that app section where there's apps that are built for Chromecast, and I'm going to show you that on my iPhone here, where I have the YouTube app pulled up. I have actually one of my latest videos, and what you can do is once you load the video up on here, there's the same little casting logo right there that you saw on my internet browser. You click on that, it'll bring up, at least on the iPhone down on the bottom, just kind of like AirPlay, where you want to cast it to. You select, like my term, I'm going to select Chromecast. And now it's going to shoot YouTube directly up onto the TV, and we can actually watch the video directly off of YouTube. And yeah, if I had it plugged in, right now I had the volume turned down, but if you want, I guess I can show you. Now, so obviously there is volume. I just don't have it turned on right now. But that is the Chromecast in its power of that. The big benefit is that it's actually sending it directly from Google or from YouTube. So I just actually I'll close down all my apps. It's not actually using my device. My device is a remote for it, which is one of the biggest benefits to it. It's actually, hey, I want to send you this material, but I don't want you draining my device's battery power to do the material. So while you choose everything on your device, those authorized apps, rather than, I mean, obviously if you do the actual Chrome browser tab mirroring from your laptop or whichever, that's obviously using your device. In this case, it's going directly onto YouTube and using it from there. But yeah, there's Chrome, or the Google Chromecast at its finest in terms of getting entertainment material onto your phone. And the same thing goes for if you were actually using Netflix app. There, that same Chromecast button is there as well. So it works really, really good. So that's it. That's the Google Chromecast. And kind of like, the device, it comes with the device, comes with the HDMI extender, comes with the AC adapter. If you don't have a USB port on your TV, that is free at least. Most people do. And it does come with a micro USB cable that is, at least 4 feet long. But yeah, a good quality cable. It does also come with a nice little Velcro thing, so if you are plugging it in a USB port that's directly below it, you can obviously get it nice and cinched so it's not hanging down below the TV. But that's the Chromecast. Its instructions are very simplistic. They do come with a nice little handy little tiny little book. They'll at least tell you about what everything is. This is not the setup book though. This literally goes into what everything that comes with it and things like that. But the instruction book is this. This is the instruction book coupled with the app or the website for the Chromecast setup. So with that said, I hope you really enjoyed the review. I know it's fairly simplistic. I just wanted to at least show you what it did. But by all means, if you have any questions, comments, that's what the below section is for. Please subscribe above. And in the coming future, hopefully we'll have some more videos coming soon. So if you have any recommendations for me, let me know. Message me directly through YouTube as well. So with that said, thank you very much for watching. And as always, take it easy and enjoy.